Hey, Augie. Are you still awake? Augie's taking it easy on this rainy day. Are we on? Or were we on?
We are on right now. So,
Doesn't look like it.
well, if you just let me start, I'm Sean McWilliams. I'm with Augie SB and me, and this is my lovely wife Donna.
Oh, he's right. We are on, aren't we?
Yeah.
Anyway, I told him we should get on and do a video thanking all the followers because now we're at 77.
We have 77 followers, and we are very surprised at that number, and we think it's awesome.
Well, because we want to share our journey, and even though we may not have real exciting things to show you, but we may. So,
What do you want? What do you want? Exciting.
I don't know. One
you
of the
like plane
things.
crashes? Do
Yeah,
you
no.
want me to be like a skydiver or something?
Well, Laura would like that.
Or, yeah, I mean, hey, we're just showing you our journey. So sometimes it might be exciting.
Somebody else just
Sometimes it
went up
might
in a
just
balloon.
be observations. Well, I don't.
Less junk, more journey. Just got to go up on a balloon. But who knows? We may do that one day. But one thing I wanted to tell them, if you think moving in an RV, that you're going to be able to find everything.
You can tell I'm going to speak in a minute. Go ahead.
If you want to find things in your RV, good luck.
You would be fascinated as an RVer how much you can lose things in such a small space. I feel like we lose more things in a small space than we did
in the house.
In the house, it's I think because you have such a compression of stuff and layers of items that it's easy, especially if you've only been on the road for a short amount of time,
like us,
to forget where you actually put things.
Well, so we've been only on 2 months.
We've been on for 2 months.
Yesterday.
And we are learning ourselves where things typically are versus where things physically are.
And probably if I didn't keep moving them and rearranging.
Right.
Because I keep trying to fit them better.
It's an evolutionary process. I'm not keeping up with what she's doing necessarily, and I think sometimes she even has trouble keeping up with the I'll say iterative process of finding storage for things that you're gonna do.
Well, in our closet is very little, so everything else that you don't hang up has to be in nooks and crannies everywhere else.
Right. So we're populating nooks and crannies.
Yes.
And we're not complaining. I think Airstream does a fantastic job with the interior of the trailer for maximizing storage.
Yes.
It's just a question of the amount of items that you have and how you're utilizing that storage, where things can get a little messy in the early stages. Let's put it that way. As each item starts to find its home.
And it's been raining for several days now, and with the dog, we have our Augie. It's our golden retriever, the star of the show, which is sleeping on the floor right now. He comes in with muddy paws, and he's really good about stopping at the door, letting me wipe his paws, but he loves to lay in the middle of the hallway. So, yeah.
Basically what I've said to her is that we actually tow and live in a hallway that happens to have a bed at one end and a couch at the other, and that's kind of the feel that you get.
But we do love it. I mean, we keep seeing all these larger rigs around us, and so we're watching all of them on YouTube, seeing would we want that? But then I always come back to the Airstream feel. I love this feel.
We can't, right. So
It's,
not to suggest that
it's home.
other RVs, they are what they are.
Yeah, they're beautiful and big and wonderful.
They're beautiful and big and so forth,
and they can pull a Jeep.
but the Airstream has a certain quality about it that we can't get away from. So it's
But it doesn't mean that one day we might not switch. But right now we don't want to.
no, I have no desire whatsoever to switch from the Airstream. The only thing after 2 months, since we're talking about our 2-month anniversary, is I wish that Airstream's design engineers would take on the challenge to develop some additional outside storage aside from what they've been carrying since 1932 or whatever.
Well,
whatever
you
it's been.
mentioned today that you wish they'd come out with a motorhome.
I wish they would come out with a real motorhome. They have what I would consider a traveling motorhome, which is where you're going. Let's say like some relatives of ours have an 11-hour drive to their cabin. It's perfect for that. Long term, I don't see that from a capability standpoint.
But they do have one that others on the Airstream Addicts has put. There was a few years that they actually made one.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm sure the market dictated the market forces dictated what Airstream did. I think from a personal basis, it would be nice to see Airstream have a breadth of offerings in addition to the trailers that is a reflection of what the RV market physically is.
They just have to wait because they're so back ordered right now.
Yeah, I mean now's not the time.
Yeah, now's not the time, but maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future. So what do you think about the fall-like weather that we're having and the constant rain? How's that working out?
Well, the other day it was beautiful. We went. Where did we go?
We went to Chautauqua, New York.
Yes, and that we had a beautiful day, no rain, saw the fall colors, and it was gorgeous there. It was magical.
Absolutely.
It was so much fun, and Augie loved it. We were able to go with our sister-in-law, my sister-in-law, Sean's sister, Michelle, and we had.
Explain that for him.
Yeah, well, I just did.
Yeah, no,
I just
awesome.
did. In case
My sister-in-law,
you didn't know.
Sean's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm
I
married
never
to
got
Sean.
the connection. But Chautauqua was beautiful. I think what's happening right now is we're in a weather pattern. We're right off of Lake Erie. I mean, literally, Lake Erie is about 50 feet back behind out that window, which is awesome. However, we're getting into the fall pattern of typical rainy season, so to speak. So it's like 45 degrees and raining continuously.
And we're going to be heading to Florida.
We're going to be heading to Florida, and we are looking forward to heading to Florida. I think for me, adapting to, you do extremely well inside the Airstream. I think
Oh, you're telling me.
I'm talking.
He's talking to me.
So yeah, I was just talking to her.
We're just doing it like
she
alive.
She does very well, and she keeps herself extremely busy. I start getting a little bit stir crazy being in the Airstream all the time with the rain falling. There's nothing more magical than Airstream for being in the rain. I love it. I love the sound of the rain hitting the sheets of aluminum. It's like being in a farmhouse with a tin roof. It's great, but from a productivity standpoint on my side,
he wants
I'm struggling with it a little bit because I can't get outside. It's challenging to get outside and physically do something what I would consider productive, whether not just fixing something or
but
something
getting
like
the
that,
solo,
but just
having a campfire.
getting solo, having a campfire, going for my long walks with Augie, doing those types of things. I'm finding it a little bit challenging. The interesting thing is it really hasn't affected what we would typically be doing at home. We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are answering emails. I'm doing business related things.
And it takes me only about half hour to clean everything, which is great.
Right, that's a huge benefit.
Yeah,
it's
you just
smaller
vacuum.
Living. Yeah,
you vacuum the hallway, and then you're done.
Right.
And then you have to do the dishes.
We manage the dishes.
We do not have a dishwasher. I am the dishwasher.
She's the primary dishwasher.
You've done it well on the.
I'm the primary. I like to say I'm the primary driver.
Yes.
That's fact.
But I will learn.
But we also mix it up. We do have paper plates. We do have paper bowls.
Let's explain though the reason I'm not the driver, because first of all, I haven't learned to drive the Airstream, and he has a dually. I have not learned to drive the dually. I know how to drive a pickup truck. I do not know how to drive a dually, and some people might understand that, some may not, but I just
no, and I certainly understand that.
Yeah.
She's I'll say pensive about driving the dually. It's a very wide vehicle. It's the widest vehicle. It's as wide as any other vehicle on the road. She doesn't
try to go between two semis.
She has no experience at it, let alone the towing the trailer aspect of it,
Right.
which becomes even adds an additional factor of concern in her mind. I think for as a couple that are traveling together, I think it's important, at least on the highway, for her to be comfortable towing a trailer. I'm not saying she should right away enter into challenging driving situations, but I think for safety reasons and emergency reasons, it's important for her to feel confident enough
Right.
to drive down a major highway, and we're going to work on that. There's no question we're going to work on that.
Because there's lots of women that tow by themselves.
Absolutely.
It's just me
Absolutely.
personally. I have the fear, but we just have to overcome some of the fear factors. And then Augie's loving it. Although we took him to my sister-in-law's house the other day, and he acted like he totally went berserk. He thought he was home again.
Yeah, he thought he was. He was literally physically absolutely thrilled to be inside.
He was so excited.
A full-scale house.
Yeah.
I think he really felt like he was just telling us, "Hey, I am delighted that we are moving into this house because I can stretch my legs a little bit."
So
but he's adapted really well.
He has. And like today, he was stuck inside with me, and I'm perfectly content being stuck inside. And we just watched YouTube videos, other people's RV shows.
Right.
And
It's like we're living the RV life, and we're watching everybody else's RV life.
Yeah, because we're learning.
Because we're learning. We're constantly looking for tips,
Yeah.
tricks, experiences, things like that.
I mean, you'll learn from us as far as our mistakes and whatever we learn, but we love the learning, the ones that are
right. Like today, you watch
teaching.
Colonial Airstream, which most Airstreamers know who Colonial Airstream is,
and they teach a lot.
And they teach a lot. We watch a lot of KYD. Today, I laughed because I turned on this guy named Traveling Robert, who has 200,000 followers.
Yeah, and we love watching him.
And we enjoyed watching him.
Yeah, and switch it up.
Switch it up, of course. Switch it up.
And we've been getting new people that are following us that they have channels, and
then
right
we started
have
following them
down, but
yeah,
maybe we can mention
next
they're
time
in
we'll
the
do
comments.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyway, there's so many people doing, going out there, experiencing this lifestyle, and
we continue to keep in touch with people that we met initially. We have mentioned in previous videos, in our first couple of weeks and our second couple of weeks of traveling, some individuals that we met that we still keep in touch. A gentleman named Bob, we write to get every single day.
Bob and Becky.
Bob and Becky, we write. Julie and Dan,
Julie.
who are sharing their adventures as well, and it's great that we're developing relationships, and I think I didn't expect that so much.
Right.
I mean, including Charlie, the gentleman that is a camp host here. He has his own story, and we've engaged a few times, and I think
it's fun to meet. Sean's been meeting the camp hosts and learning their stories, and that's been interesting.
Yeah, it's fun, and it's not something that I necessarily expected, because I mean, she'll tell you I can be extremely private, but at the same time, I'm really enjoying learning from these people and finding out what they're up to and why they're here and so forth. So that's a fun part of this.
And so we'll definitely put more videos on of different places we go to. The reason we haven't, it's been raining, so this is what you get. You get us.
You get us, and that's not all bad. And the other thing I try to do, just to be clear, so a lot of my videos are, you will find, and I enjoy doing this, I'll do like a 2-minute shot, and then at the end of the day I'll combine them together, and you might have a 5 or 6 minute video this just kind of shows what our day was. I didn't put it on yet for Chautauqua. I have about three short videos that I'm going to combine, and it'll probably be 5 or 6 minutes. And all I'm trying to do is just reveal to you what we're experiencing.
And just so you know, we do not have our good camera with us. It's packed in the pod on the way to Florida. So when we get it out, I'm sure the video quality will be a lot better, right?
Everything will probably evolve and become more improved than what it is right now.
But it's never going to be like you're watching a Hollywood show. Sorry. I doubt it, unless we get our grandkids editing.
And
Ashton wants to edit, but
I'm not hyper concerned about that.
No,
our objective is just to share our experiences with you. I'm not trying to be KYD. I'm not trying to be Switch It Up. I'm not trying to be anybody
but us.
But Sean and Donna, Augie, SB, and me.
And another thing is, you hear us say on the fly. We're on the fly. We named the Airstream On the Fly after a favorite coffee shop of ours in Creede, Colorado.
And Creede has a coffee shop called On the Fly, which we really like, and it is all about fly fishing. And there's an Orvis guide center there, based out of Creede. I love the fly fish. It seemed like a nice. Just to give you a little background, it's a nice fit.
And we have a flying cloud.
To name our Airstream On the Fly, it's a flying cloud.
And I had a dream that our Airstream was flying before we got.
Did we reveal that in any of the other videos?
I don't know, but yes, I think we did.
Yeah, I think.
But I did before I even thought of getting an Airstream. I just had a dream we were getting an Airstream.
Literally had a dream.
And
I thought she was just playing the God card that the Lord was just going to give her. I thought that she was coming down and saying, "Hey, listen, I got a prophetic dream from the Lord that said we are getting an Airstream." And I said, "Oh no," because I was looking at truck campers at the time. I'm like, "You can't play the God card on this one."
He's like, "I'm not paying $100,000 for an Airstream," and we didn't. We got one 10 years older, and we love it. And
love it.
And it's homey for us.
It's all worked out perfectly.
We did a few upgrades. Sean put a lift on. So far, we're going to get solar panels.
We're going to do the Michelin tire upgrade when we get down to Florida.
Yeah, we got the new mattress. What else did we do? Well, the Berkey, which we told you before. We got the Ninja.
The Ninja air fryer.
Toaster oven air fryer. It's wonderful.
We have the Berkey. The one thing I'd recommend, if you are looking at a 27, you will want to get a dual AC option. I can tell you that. I think they only offer it now with the dual AC, but you want to check on that. We are going to get solar. I don't know that I'm going to go the lithium battery route yet. Knowing me, I probably ultimately will. We did get a generator. I got a good deal on Facebook Marketplace on a new one. With Bluetooth. It's the Honda 2200i. It's incredibly quiet. It's typical Honda quality, and it's probably the benchmark for small generators. So I'm real happy we did that.
And we do want to change. We have the old blinds. I would like to get the Oceaneer blinds or the new blinds that are in the Pottery Barn model, just because they're cloth, and I just think it would give it a little more of a homey feel, and also
a softer
feel. But also, I think it would help keep out the heat or the cold. The blinds, are blinds. So they're just metal blinds.
Yeah, and we did get the, what's the tank I bought? What's the tank that I bought that I use?
Oh, we did finally get the Rhino tank.
Yeah, I did get a Rhino. I got a small one because of the capacity of my truck. It's like 15 gallons.
And it was a good thing because we're here and we have not had a campground that has a hookup for
sewer yet.
Sewer, except one time. I think when we went to in Traverse City, we did with the first hookup.
Yeah, but the interesting thing is that a lot of newbies might not understand is that so we have effectively don't get too picky.
We gotta make sure it's still on.
We have
we only have so much time, then it cuts
Three,
us off.
it's still on. So we're going to wrap this up in a second, but we have 3 40-gallon tanks. The real shortfall in your tanks is your gray water tank. It isn't your black water tank.
Right.
It's your gray water. So the Rhino allows you to hook up your gray water, and you can just either tow it, or like I did, I just rolled it over because the 15 gallons extremely light, rolled it right over here to the dump station, and you don't have to tow your trailer to go do a dump.
Right.
You can just take your gray water and dump it with the Rhino. So that worked out really well.
It's
I'm really happy
perfect,
we
and
did that.
Yeah, it's not hard to store. So we're getting
Getting
organized.
our feet wet.
Yeah, we're getting organized and getting our feet wet, and we're enjoying it.
Next steps. So next steps, we're gonna be slowly heading south next week, and we're really excited about that.
Hopefully into good weather.
Well, it can't be much worse than it is right now, but maybe it will be.
No tornadoes,
we'll
no
share that, so-
hailstorms, no thunder and lightning.
We'll be migrating south, and we'll be sharing every adventure with you. But I think the main thing we wanted to do on this video is to say thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much
for
for
2
being in our
months
life.
of
For following us, for subscribing to our channel. We just want to share our life with you.
And thank you
end
to
of the day.
Ashton's friends
Yes.
that he did
Big-
the shout
big
out
shout
on
out.
TikTok.
Shout out to Ashton
Yeah,
Friends, who's our grandson, who
Yeah.
did a shout out on TikTok.
yeah.
Don't ask us what TikTok really is,
'Cause
but
we don't know.
it doesn't matter. We it did generate some interest.
Oh yeah, and Ashton started like a photography thing, so I'll have to eventually, I don't know, share his
We'll continue to share
yeah.
Ashton's input. Absolutely.
share because he really loves
He
to
was
do the
thrilled.
editing.
How old is Ashton? Is he 13?
I think.
Well,
I'm sorry, Ashton. I don't know how old
that's
you
okay.
are
He's-
exactly. I think you are 13.
he's enthusiastic, he's helpful, and he's creative, and we're gonna use him, and we're happy to do so.
Wait, and just so you don't think I'm a horrible grandmother, we have 18 grandchildren, and I think 2 more because I think we have 2 more step ones. So we have 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
20.
Yes.
So you cannot look down on me for not knowing the ages. You try it.
But
You try to keep up.
but we are profoundly blessed.
Yes,
So
we are.
so anyway, to wrap it up, thank you. Subscribe.
Oh, we're
What
not
else?
worried about all that.
What else?
We're not worried about it.
What else?
Just follow us. Just follow
Yeah,
us.
just keep being you.
and you
That's
watch
fine.
us on the fly.
Yeah.
That's it.
Watch on the fly. We're
Yeah.
good.
Just-
Everybody.
and if you don't like us, that's okay.
That's okay.
You give us
That's
thumbs
okay.
down. I
Hey,
don't
listen.
care.
Hey, listen. If you give us a thumbs
care.
down, I've always been fascinated by this. I mean, if you give us a thumbs down, tell us why you're giving us a thumbs down. I'd like to understand
Yeah,
why.
and then start your own channel.
Let's start your own
'Cause
channel.
We want to watch you.
Because we
and
want to
wanna
watch how
do a
good you
thumbs
are.
down.
Yeah, we
for
want to
you.
do that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
We could just follow each other and give thumbs down.
So for Donna, Sean,
And Augie.
and our
Oh.
adopted kid Augie.
Wait, one more thing. People are asking, what does SB mean? It's his initials. So, it's Sean
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Benjamin. He's
He's
Sean
Jamin.
Benjamin. Yeah, it's
Yes.
Sean Benjamin.
And I'm
So
me,
that's SB.
because-
It's not a great mystery. It's Augie, SB, and me. And then
Yeah. And I'm just me because that's all you're going to get is me.
I saw
I fumble words. I interrupt. Go ahead.
right.
It's us.
Anyway, so thanks again. It's been great.
Yeah.
We look forward to the future. We're excited to have you with us, and we'll sign off for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
All right.